You know what I've noticed? Most people are hurting way more than they let on. Like, genuinely hurting. But they've gotten really good at hiding it, not just from others, but even from themselves. They wake up, go to work, post a couple things, make jokes, send emojis. But inside, they're just empty, tired in a way that sleep doesn't fix. This is what I call bleeding in silence. It's not loud. It's not obvious. It's showing up every day with a smile, while something inside you quietly falls apart. Bleeding in silence means going through pain, stress, or trauma without letting it show. Not saying what's wrong, not saying what you want. Sometimes, not saying anything at all because you don't even know how to put it into words. And the world? It doesn't really make it easier. We live in a time where you can post a smiling selfie and people will assume you're okay. But some of the happiest looking people you know are carrying the heaviest pain. This isn't just about burnout. It's not just stress. It's not just a bad day. You ever ask yourself, when does a bad day stop being just a bad day? It's when the pain becomes background noise. Not just a moment, but a mood. One that starts to shape your whole life. You wake up tired, go to sleep heavy, and somewhere in between, you just exist. Not really living, not really gone, just floating. The problem with silent suffering is it hides the urgency. If you broke your leg, people would notice. They'd help. But when you break on the inside, no one sees it. And by the time they do, the damage runs deeper than they realize. That's why awareness matters. Because if you're not aware of it, this thing can eat you alive real quiet. You start thinking things like, maybe this is just who I am now. Other people have it worse. I should just suck it up. Everyone's dealing with something. I can't be the weak one. That mindset? That's how people carry pain for years without realizing it. Hey, you don't have to pretend with me. That's the good thing about this video. You don't have to reply, or smile, or explain. You just have to hear me. That's enough. And if this hits close to home, you're not weak. You're not broken. You're surviving. That's not nothing. But survival isn't the same as living. You can survive bleeding in silence. People do it every day. But it's exhausting. And you deserve more than just getting by. Sometimes, we avoid facing what we feel because it's just easier not to. We were never taught how. Sitting with your emotions, that's hard. But avoiding them, that makes them scarier, bigger, heavier. It's like turning off the fire alarm but ignoring the fire. When you actually sit with your pain, really? Look at it. It starts losing its power. It becomes something you can understand, not something you have to fear. And if you grew up being the strong one, you probably learned early on to hide it, to hold it together. Because if you fall apart, who's left to fix everything? Or maybe your culture taught you that speaking up is weakness, or your childhood taught you that no one would listen anyway. So now, you've gotten used to holding it in. You think that's strength, but silence isn't strength. It's survival. And survival can't be the end of your story. You don't need to hit rock bottom for your pain to matter. You just need to notice it and respect yourself enough to say, this matters. I matter. The longer you hide your wounds, the longer they keep bleeding. You don't have to tell everyone, but maybe you tell someone, just one person, a friend, a therapist, someone who sees you. Because healing doesn't start with a speech. It starts with a conversation, a breath, a crack in the wall. And if you don't break the silence, the people around you might never feel safe to break theirs either. Your silence teaches others to keep theirs. I know it's hard. I know it's scary. But you're not the only one who feels this way. You don't have to keep fighting alone. You don't have to keep bleeding in silence. This is your cue. Not to be perfect. Not to have all the answers. Just to be honest. With yourself first. Then maybe with someone else. This is your cue to take action and become the underground